Tornado. A mobile destructive vortex of violently rotating winds having the appearance of a funnel-shaped cloud and advancing beneath a large storm system. I can confidently say that this cube fits that definition. Returning to X-Men Tornado V3, you are immediately greeted with a quick, light feel similar to the violent winds of a tornado. Just like how a tornado can cut through any environment with ease, the Tornado V3 corner cuts effortlessly, and in the right hands, it can cause a ton of destruction. X-Men Tornado V3 is a great speed cube. It has a light, even, smooth turning feel, and it sounds pretty good. Performs great with crisp, effortless corner cutting, and that's really it. There's not much to say on this cube because it doesn't have many flaws. The only nitpick I have is that the adjustment system can be a little clunky. I thought it would be pretty cool if they can kind of keep compatibility with the tool while also having that little rod thing. You know what I'm talking about. The twisty thing. I thought it'd be pretty cool if they can keep compatibility with the tool so I can choose if I want to do it by hand or with the tool. But besides that, it's a great speed cube. By the way, I have the flagship version because I love core magnets, and I have to say that the core magnets are actually really good in this cube. Man, it's a great cube. But is it better than Tornado V2? Well, to answer that question, we have to look back at tornadoes, or rather, their big brother, the hurricane. Hurricane. A tropical cyclone with winds of 74 miles per hour or greater that is usually accompanied by rain, thunder, and lightning. The X-Men Tornado V2 has to be one of, if not my favorite cube ever. It's just that mix between the crunchy, smooth, buttery feel that's just, so good. Now, don't get me wrong, the Tornado V3 is an amazing cube, but the Tornado V2 is already a great cube. I'm not saying that the V2 is better than the V3, but just because the V3 is out doesn't mean that the V2 is completely irrelevant. So what are the differences between the two? V3 has better corner cutting, which I wouldn't argue matters that much, but what does matter is how easy it is to do smaller cuts. And well, the Tornado V3, whew, the small cuts on those are so nice. They're crisp and they're really easy to do. However, I feel like the cuts on the Tornado V2 are more crispy, but they do take a bit more effort and they feel just more significant. The Tornado V2 still has great cuts, but they're just not as good as the V3. Where I feel like they differ the most is in the turn feel. The Tornado V2 has a smoother, darker feel, if that makes sense, while the Tornado V3 is lighter. I perform great on both cubes, and I get the same times. Both of them are great, and if I had to choose one as my main, I wouldn't be able to. It's day to day for me. One day I like the V3 more, and one day I just like the V2 more. So, however I feel in the moment, that's gonna be my main, I guess. So, are we done? Are speed cubes perfect? Well, nothing's perfect, but I believe that in the next year or the year after that, or even the next 10 years, I think that the V2 and the V3 are still gonna be viable speed cubes. I don't think that speed cubes would have gotten so much better by then because we're already at a point where they're already really good. So are we done? So for the meantime, let's just review this cube in a vacuum. The Tornado V3 is a great cube. It's got the stability of the V2 and it also has better performance. I found out that it's kind of like a mix between the Tornado V2 and the Valk Elite. And I like the Valk Elite, so I like this cube as well. Tornado V3 is just it feels pretty good. Not as good as the V2, but it still feels pretty good. And again, it performs great. It's stability is great, the adjustment system's great, magnet strength is amazing, and you know, there's not much to say about this cube, like I said before. So, do I recommend it? Yeah, you should probably get this. But if you had the Tornado V2, then maybe not. Because I feel like if you have the V2, you're not missing out on much. But yeah, definitely go try this out if you don't have the V2. Thank you for watching. Love you, bye. Also, thank you for 2,000.